Welcome. All right. Getting started on the Tchaikovsky. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm going to post a little bit of this. Oh. Hello. Getting started on the Tchaikovsky. Hello. 1 second. Okay, here we go. Pum pum pum. Wham 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 wham. Yum bum 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 da da. Okay. Dum da da. Okay. So we're gonna first pass through a little bit of the first section, and yeah, just not gonna worry too much about like any premium sound stuff like that. We're just gonna pass through and do some simple phrasing. Here we go. Although we are going to put on some more rosin. This is unacceptable. I think I must have used up all my rosin in the last Brahms concert in Taipei. Now I'm in Bangkok in Thailand. So the Brahms, it's like an epic piece. It's 40 minutes long. Plus I played encores. Yeah. We ran out of rosin. Okay, here we go. Bottom, 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 bottom. Our first moment, our first climactic moment here. Okay, let's try to premium sound, Ronald. go ahead and let's just fix a few things here. Oh, hello, Ashley. Presentation practice? Hey, in my opinion, if it helps others, if others are interested, and you guys will know when people stick around in your studios, if they're enjoying themselves. If people stick around, it means that they want to listen to more. And by stick around, obviously, not for the whole thing, but like, even if it's for like a couple minutes, it means that people are enjoying themselves. Okay, so I like to think of this concerto. We said we would put meaning into every note. So let's start from the beginning. It starts with an introduction. It's like, oh, okay. Well, first of all, it starts with the orchestral tutti. So orchestral tutti starts with this whole, like, let's see if we have this Tchaikovsky recording here. Okay, so that's like the theme, the first theme there. And then it like goes into yum bum 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 ba. And then the violin solo comes in. Okay. So, and it's solo. So it's almost like very mysterious, but alluring. So we need to get a dark, mysterious, alluring sound. Remind you of anyone you might know who's dark, mysterious, and alluring? But then it's like, oh, they emerge. It's like it almost like it billows out from like a smoke. Like it's like smoke emerges, it piles together. And then it kind of floats down, right? Before eventually settling here. And then we do a Once Upon a Time. There's like valleys, and it's like Once Upon a Time. It's soft, and this is what's difficult. It's the character is very soft and intimate, like a warm embrace, like you're hugging someone that you haven't seen in a long time. So, or like you're hugging like very tenderly. And then so it's like you don't want to strangle them. You don't want to be too needy either. That's the thing about Tchaikovsky. I think in Brahms you can be a little more needy. It's like, especially in those. It's like, Don't you want me? I want you. It's like very needy. But here, it's more like more classic. It's like and then we bounce into this moment, and this is where Tchaikovsky as a ballet composer really like shines through. Each composer has their own musical language, which they're good at. Beethoven, it's like symphonic and quartet, actually. It's what makes his quartet sound so great, because he writes them like it's more than just 4 people. Mozart, opera. Tchaikovsky, it's ballet. And so you need to get the lift. That lift is what I always try to seek. And because I'm the one playing it, I I like to add a little bit of playfulness in it, because it's a dance, and I think that nowadays, it's a how can I say this? It's like I think people really engage. The listener really engages when what they're listening to. It's a bit meta. It's like I think people enjoy knowing that this isn't just like a one type of performance. It's like it could change in the moment, and so I always try to listen out for how the audience is listening, if that makes sense. So like in places of like people always ask like, how do you know how much time you need to take? Like that's how much like I listen for the reverb of the hall, my own sound, how I feel, the cause and effect of each note, one note to the next. Like I didn't get much lift, so if I don't jump high enough, then I'm gonna land a little sooner. But if I jump higher, I'll land later. So that's like stuff to think about. But then you're like thinking, okay, maybe jumping higher isn't great, because then you're out of alignment with the rest of the music. So, it's like just because you can jump higher doesn't mean you should. But one thing I try to do is also in the style of Tchaikovsky. Even we talked about the lift. What's different from the Brahms, which is what I was just practicing last week, is that even in the legato, you need to create the sensation of a lift. If I just go like, it's too sustained. That's not good. So you need to like, really move your bow in certain places. Also on the top notes, it's like you might think, oh, I'm just going to go, but that's not enough. You have to put a little step on there. So violinists and pianists actually have the inverse problem. Pianists need to there are certain things that pianists do very, very well that we don't do well, and that is articulating every single note. Now, on the other hand, we do very well that pianists struggle with, and they find ways, which is swelling, right? Like being able to connect notes together. That violinists do very well. It's just in the nature of the instrument. But then what we fail to do, or what we forget to do sometimes, is the rearticulating each note. And so that's something that is very important, especially when you play it in a bigger hall or in a bigger space, or when you're playing for others beyond yourself, because it provides clarity. Okay, so here, we're sort of like getting, I'm going to use an XP potion. Why not? So, how long was the shortest E string lifespan? Well, I'll have you know that on the last concert in Taipei, where I broke my E string, I had just changed that E string 2 hours before the start of the concert. So I guess if you account for the fact that it broke kind of towards the end of the third movement of the Brahms, which is about 37 minutes in of a 40-minute, it was like the last 2 minutes where I had to switch. It lasted like barely 3 hours. So here I'm trying to bring out the playful nature of two different characters. This one, the heavier one, and the lighter one, or the more youthful one. And then back to... But still, both are very playful. Okay, but it doesn't get playful here. This is like, it gets intense here. Maybe I need to re-articulate on that note. Otherwise it's like not quite clear enough. It's too soupy. And then I mean the F sharp. Right there. Okay, so there, this is like the beautiful legato melody here. This theme here is second theme. This one is like where it becomes like yearning. I know I said earlier that Tchaikovsky didn't seem to have that. However, this is where it gets very, you could say, when I said needy, Brahms has that needy sound to it. This one is, although this one kind of still has a different flavor. The Brahms is like more wishful thinking. I like to think of it. That's like kind of more like, like if only. Whereas like, with the Tchaikovsky, it's more like mature and more like, like the person is a seductress, is like, seduces the person. Oh, sorry if they're young children. You don't even know what that word means, so don't worry. And here we push forward because in the strings we start to go from before it's da 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 da, and then here this repeat, it goes da 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 da. It goes into 16th notes. this is a little shy here. But it quickly does not become shy. Bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, so this is where the fireworks begin. So, yeah. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Almost. I think we can get a bit more articulation on the pulse. Now, you notice I said not just articulation in general. There's articulation generally, but then there's also very intentional, like articulation within a smaller or more, let's say, more focused reason for articulation. And here we need a bit of pulse, because what happens here is that Tchaikovsky writes poco poco. So it's like there's a bit more of a pullback in this particular section than, the previous one. So we should sort of be more on the back of the beat in this section. So let me just, okay. Here we have a poco più mosso. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Okay, so then we reach our first kind of like orchestral tutti. Since we've paused here at a section, I know that I said I would answer questions after the movement, but happy to answer any questions you might have now as I take a small breather here and sit. Let's see.
Are you coming to Sweden? I hope so. Nothing planned yet. But it would be cool. Some of the best experiences were with Swedish orchestras. Oh, yes. Hong Kong concert. It's happening. You can check my website. How do you achieve such a rich and deep accented sound without making the notes sound crunchy and scratchy? Asks Eva. That is a good question. Well, you have to think about the balance of the bow, the weight. Usually, a scratchy sound, there's two ways to reach a scratchy sound. And the reason I'm telling you this is so that you know how to avoid them, not so I teach you how to do it. So one way is because you're pressing too hard. But the other way is because you're also not pressing with enough weight. And I don't like the word pressing, but it's just what we all kind of universally know. So you can imagine that a scratchy sound could be like this. That's a scratchy sound. But if I play in the exact same spot and add weight, suddenly this becomes, and I slow down my bow. So then that's that, right? But if the other way of playing scratchy sound is that's too much weight and not close enough to the bridge. So then I have to, if I want to play in the same spot, I have to lift the weight and speed up the bow. So that's how you avoid a scratchy sound. Now, the deep tone is from when you play a little closer to the bridge and slow down your bow, and then you add a bit more weight. And then you can get really rich, add richness with the vibrato. Right? There you go. Okay, great. So, all right, that's one question. I'm going to get back to practicing and then we'll answer some more questions later. Good questions, good questions. Okay. Yes, I like to do the little echo version here. A little lighter, just to provide a different, I don't think of it as an echo, but I think of it as like a second dancer. You know, in ballet, it's like there might be one soloist. And then there's a second soloist that just like has a different body type. And then you kind of have the third soloist. Or maybe it's like a choir, a chorus, sorry.
I kind of imagine here the rum bum 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 bum. You can hear this part with the orchestra. It sounds really cool and really like intense. Let me try to see if I can find it here. No, it's not here. Yeah, so like in this particular section, the bum 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 bum, it's like the orchestra is like there's a sense of like urging on. It's like go on, go on. Bum, 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 bum. You know, and it's like I almost imagine like this that the dancer's about to it's like they're about to do something phenomenal, you know, something crazy. Bum, 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 bum. And this is like the lead up to it. And then it starts here. It's like, okay, they're wind up. They're like massive. And then it's like this giant flourish with like spins and everything, like, you know, so. Yeah, so there we go. That's like a very that feels really good. So that's that's that section. I think slowly we're getting a little bit more lift. We're converting our sound from the Brahmsian sound that we had like a few days ago to the Tchaikovsky. It's where we're basically adding more lift, we're adding more air, but still with the lift comes an intentional articulation on the front to create that jump, that leap. Yeah. First rule of doing something that's not written in the original score: make sure you do it perfectly. No, these are the additions that Leopold Auer. Surprisingly, the guy who said it was unplayable at first added in extras, but I guess people only remember that first part. He ended up quite liking the piece. All right, so here we have it. Well, we've got over 200 people in here. Welcome if you're just joining. So this middle section I call it the tea party section because it's got this like elegance of a tea party. And there's something so noble about it. You know, it's like you're in like a royal garden of sorts. Okay, we're fixing a few parts here in this version, and then we're going to apply some more of the. So yeah, first technical, getting the intonation right, laying the groundwork, and then we'll add in kind of like the more of the premium sound, the premium sides. You got to build the foundation first. That's what we're doing. So, you know, even everyone's got to do it. Everyone does it, you know, slightly differently, but some do it with slow practice. I kind of do it with this faster way of aligning my hands to the right intervals. I mean, slow practice is you're slowing down so your brain can catch up. But if you're used to, you know, operating at like, if you're familiar with the piece, then you can operate your brain at a faster pace. Then, you know, you slow it down. This is my slow practice, essentially. Okay, good. All right, we're ready to apply the frills and the extras on top now. Okay, so let's start from the beginning of this section. This is like a very grand entrance. So let's see what the orchestra has before. Da-dum, 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 bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum. Let's try to get a more more premium. Right? That's better than. That's like okay. It's light, but we want light with clarity. So from the beginning. Yes, we are serving now bite-sized. It's like the Tea Party went from like, okay, we want, you don't want to serve like pizza-sized pizzas. You want to serve bite-sized everything, right? That it's like the hors d'oeuvre version, the finger food version of everything. So you need to have this like a. Oh, I haven't had Totino's pizza rolls, but those sound delicious. So. I mean, that's why we need to use premium sound here. And each note has to be like a completed version of itself, like one cycle. And by that, I mean, it doesn't like sustain, right? Like it just needs every note has a beginning, a middle, and an end. But that it like overall, each perfect note contributes as a dot to the greater picture as well. That's what's difficult about this. So you see like just that. But we go on, which leads here. And each time we do. We also simultaneously bring out the melody. So, here we go. Okay, now we need to do the same here. Yes. Each note has to be like a bite-sized cushion. Oh, they're all like perfectly lined up macarons. If I could visually describe this part, it would be like the multicolored macarons, like all perfectly lined up. At like a garden tea party, served on beautiful like plates. Yeah. Nope, but then the intonation is like spilling the plates, and that's not good. ironically, this next part then is easier. Of course, one still has to watch the intonation, but then you don't have to be so careful. Like it's kind of like, yeah, and then you can be a bit more just leading through. So the most difficult part about this is, yeah, it's getting those beautiful, perfect, beautiful and perfect, beautiful. Just. Okay. Yeah, this is shaping up. We're gonna leave this, let it rest, let it just bake on just like low heat, let it simmer. We can move on here. This leads up to the cadenza. Okay, that chord is always okay, though those high notes. Okay, we just need to get these notes again, laying down the foundation. Oh, so like this part. So funny. Oh, Ascari is here. Hi, Ascari. Oh, Ascari sings and plays the guitar. So good. You've probably seen from my stories. So great. Okay, so and then okay, we're here. Oh, that's good. If we have like more, just like a solid. That I've just gotten more performance practice in than any other year. Like I've really shifted and used tonic for that, for my found a specific purpose that really helps me. So yeah, thanks guys.